Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me today for summer school. Surprise, surprise, decided to have the webcam on today. So I'm coming at you from the small conference room at the Forever Home Office. And I have in here with me Erica Berg from the sales team, although she will remain quiet and out of the webcam view. And Tara Claiborne will join us next time as she is out on a vacation today. So anyways, I am so glad that you decided to spend an hour with me today talking about our new Save, Organize, and Share events. And summer school is in session. So let's go ahead and get started. All right. So let's talk about what these summer school sessions will look like. So we've got 4 of them coming up during the month of June. As you know, they're going to be on Mondays at noon Eastern, and they will be recorded and available on the training site. So if you have to miss or you have people on your team that you want to be sure participates in summer school, feel free to go back and watch the recording. Also, you're going to have the ability to earn the Forever Educator certification once you are involved in summer school and complete some activities. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. All right, so before any further ado, let's talk about what some of the objectives are during each week of summer school. Of course, you can't just come to summer school without homework, so there's going to be some objectives and things for you to do in between our school sessions. So the first thing is I want you to really soak in this live training. So what you're going to see today and the next 3 Mondays, I want you to really soak it in, participate by taking notes, thinking through what this may look like for you and your business. I've got some great people who are going to be on to help and do these trainings, and it's just a really great opportunity for you to learn more about helping people get their photos organized. So I want you to also be thinking about your own personal SOS events and begin preparing for those. And I'm going to talk in a little bit about how you really can personalize these to your own style. We all have our own different styles with how we sell and share and help people with Forever. So you're really going to be able to customize your own style to your own SOS events. So you're going to hear from a variety of people and a variety of types of events. So I want you to begin thinking about which one makes most sense for you. Maybe there's more than one that makes sense for you. So just be thinking of that as we're going through this training. Also, I want you to begin thinking about your own Forever story and write it out. Maybe you've never written out your Forever story or even thought through it, but we all have our own Forever story. You would not be an ambassador if you didn't. So that Forever story, we'll talk a little bit more about that here in just a little bit. Also, for those of you who have completed the Pilot Success Plan, this is going to be a great next step for you to get out and start sharing what you know. And lastly, I want you to reach out to your upline leader and let them know that you are participating in summer school and ask for their assistance and help and bouncing ideas, and they'll be great help to you as you begin planning your own SOS events. All right, look at these rock star ladies. I can't thank these ladies enough for all that they've done for me and helping me prepare for this summer school sessions. I just want to introduce each of these ladies to you. Kathy Polvoni, Natalie Endoza, Lori Curley, those are the 3 across the bottom, and then up top is a photo of Deb Derma. These ladies, you guys know their names, you've heard them before, and I'm just so thankful that I was able to really pick their brains and their minds for what they're doing in the field. As you remember, Deb Derma did Fast Forward Forever training in January, sharing what she does with her classroom sessions. And we heard an overwhelming response from the field that they wanted to see what Deb was doing hosting these classroom events where she's having the public come in and pay her to show them how to use Forever. So that's really where a lot of this was birthed from, and I'm very thankful, Deb. Thank you for all of your openness to sharing what you're doing with us, and thank you for all of your help along the way. So I will be kind of giving some shout outs as we go with some of the resources that Deb has really helped us come up with for your event. Also, Lori Curley, just want to shout you out. as you know, Lori is on my speed dial with always being ready to listen, bounce ideas off, ask questions, and I appreciate your experience, Lori. And then Natalie, we have just so enjoyed your expertise and your experience. Natalie had some great success in hosting educational events. We had her on the ambassador call a couple months ago, and she's just been a wealth of resource and information and help to us as we're putting together these great SOS events for you to have. And then Kathy Pavoni, kind of moving backwards here. You guys know that name very well. Kathy has also been such a great resource and help to this SOS program with helping with the way that she's running events. You guys know that she is our rockstar salesperson, and the way that she's selling is helping people and just coming alongside people to help. So she's been a wealth and a resource of knowledge and insight and direction in all of this. So when I roll this summer school training out, it's not just me, it's this group of women and other women who have come together to help really show what they're doing in the field, and I've been using what I've learned from them to share with you. So thank you, ladies, for all of your help and willingness to give and help launch this off the ground. All right. Let's keep moving. So this is the new logo, Save, Organize, and Share logo, your memories now and for generations. If you just spend a minute taking a look at this logo, I'll tell you some of the things that I love about this logo. I love the fact that this is an action logo. This is not just telling who Forever is. This is telling what you can do with Forever. And it's not even, doesn't even have the name Forever in it. It's just showing people that they can save, organize, and share their memories now and for generations. And that's what Forever is built on. This is an action-oriented logo. This says, let me help you. Let me service you. Let me show you how to do it. Let me come alongside of you and coach you through the process. And that's why I love this logo. It's more than just the Forever logo. It's the actual action of it. So as you can see, we've got the save portion around the green circle, which is really kind of showing that you can save all of your memories. You can bring everything together. Video, which is coming soon, as you know, photos, and then there's a lock just showing the safety of saving in one place. Then there's the organize. There's the phone and the computer showing that you're able to organize and do work and actually take care of your photos right on your Forever account, right in your mobile app. Take action, get organized. There's a place to do it. And then last, the blue circle is the share. That's the love, the photo books, even if you're sharing just an album, but it's just showing that you're enjoying with that heart and you are showing love by sharing memories. So I really love this logo. I'm just so thankful for Mandy and Megan who came up with this logo. They worked really hard on it, and there was a lot of takes and a lot of thought process that went into it. My advisory board was fantastic. I do want to give a shout out also to Melody Whitehead. She has been helpful too. She's been traveling a bit lately and making some great memories with her grandkids, but she had some help with this as well. So anyways, I hope that you guys love it as much as I love it. Let's talk about it for just a minute. So let's talk about what some of the expectations are for using this SOS brand and this logo. So first of all, as you know, it provides a service. It is action-oriented. It's showing that an action is going to occur. We are going to help someone do these things. We wanted to represent that Forever is easy to use. We want to represent that it is easy to organize a lifetime of memories, that it's easy to share with friends and family. So we're wanting to show them a way. Forever makes a way to make it easy to do these things. We only want these logos to be used for Forever hosted sponsored events. So they're not to be used for anything else. I want to build some brand recognition that as you all are out in the field hosting these events, as time goes by and they become more and more popular, I want people to be able to see this logo and recognize that they could go and get help. Get help with their photos just by seeing that logo as that brand recognition grows. So This is not to be used for anything else except for a Forever hosted sponsored event put on by one of you, our awesome ambassadors. And we only want it to be used by trained Forever ambassadors. So we want ambassadors not to just become an ambassador and then start using the logo. We want you to become an ambassador and go through training to recognize the best strategies for using the logo and what to do at those events. We want you to be trained on what's going to happen at those events. We'll talk about what needs to happen for sure at those events and what is optional to happen at those events. These events are all hands-on. Again, just reiterating that you're taking action at these events. And we're basically helping people get started with Forever. So this is not a sales event. This is not just giving a sales presentation. This is helping people get started. We're going to talk about Forever, which is sales-oriented, but then we're going to do Forever. We're going to start with the process and get them all set up. So again, we don't want you to use this logo to advertise your business. We do not want you to alter this logo in any way, and we'd like you to only use this logo when it is on a white background. All right, that sums up the logo. Now, let's talk about how you can learn to host your own Save Your Photos event using your own style. So one thing I love about Forever is that all you have to do to be an ambassador really is to love Forever, right? So once you fall in love with Forever, then become an ambassador and start sharing with others. So we've got so many wonderful ambassadors that all come to us with your unique style, your own personal gifts, your own talents, and if you look at our field of ambassadors, I could categorize them in these ways. So some of our ambassadors are simply sharers. They might say, I don't want to sell anything, I don't want to give a presentation, but they love using Forever, and they love showing people what they do by showing their mobile app or sharing an album they've created in Forever, and then the next thing you know, people are wanting to see what you're doing, and next thing you know, you're helping people get started with Forever, and you're selling a Forever account. Then we've got those sellers here, those ambassadors who don't mind selling. This is Forever, this is what I got, and let me sell it to you. And we love those ambassadors as well. So those are our sellers. And we've got presenters. There's people who love to just stand up in front of an audience and present and give a PowerPoint presentation in order to get people started with Forever or sell Forever. And then we've got those Forever ambassadors who are teachers that feel very confident in coming alongside people and teaching them how to use Forever. And that kind of goes back to the Deb Derma classroom session. She is a teacher. That is what Deb is, and that's where she feels very confident about teaching others about organizing their photos. And that results in sales for her. That's how she sells, by teaching in a class. So that may be you as well. We have Forever ambassadors who are organizers that come with us because they help people get organized. And Forever is an awesome tool to get your photos organized. And that's another type of ambassador we have. And then we've got those ambassadors who are experts or educators that are very knowledgeable about the field, and they are very excited to go out and teach and share and tell others about that as well. But I just want to say to you that no matter where you may fall in these categories, and maybe you overlap in some of them, wherever you fall, you are in the know. So I don't want you to feel like you have to be an expert of any sort, but just the fact that you use Forever and you have a system that works for you and you love it and you're telling others about it, you kind of are the expert. At least you're in the know. I know in my community, as an example, I have a friend who has a nutritional program like that she does, that she helps people with. And I always say, well, when I'm ready to go do my cleanse and my 11-day nutrition eating, when I'm ready to do that, I'm just going to call Sandy, because I know she's been studying this for years. She knows what she's talking about. She has a plan and system all in place. I just need to sign up, pay my money, and then I'll go to Sandy. That's kind of what it is in your area as well. As people begin to know that you're a Forever ambassador and that you help people get their photos organized, when they're ready to take that plunge to say, okay, I'm ready to get my photos organized, you're the one that they're going to call. So in a way, you are an expert or in the know or have a plan, and no matter where you fall here, you're the one that people are going to reach out to when they're ready to start. All right, so back to there we go. Okay, so I want you to consider that these events are service-oriented, rather than sales-oriented. And I'm so sorry, my thought I had shut everything down here. Let me just, excuse me 1 second. Okay, and one more. Okay. All right, back to our presentation. Okay, so these events are to be service-oriented versus sales-oriented. So I kind of mentioned that a little bit before. This is not necessarily where you're going to go up and just begin selling. You're going to be helping. You're going to come alongside someone. You're going to be the photo coach. You're going to say, let me help you get started. Let me help you recognize why you want to put your photos in Forever as opposed to somewhere else. You're the one who is coming to service them. And when you service them, we want you to offer the best customer service. As you guys know, when you call Amazon or Google or Shutterfly, there's nobody that's going to come and help. But the fact that you are the ambassador, that's one of the great things that you get to offer to your clients that they get you. And that's the thing that Sherry Meisner always teaches, and I love it, that she teaches with Forever, you get me. And offer them the very best customer service, because that is really, really important. Also, show them how easy it is to use Forever. We want people to recognize that Forever is very easy to use. And then you're there to help them get started in the Forever way. So I want you to consider this more of a service, an action event rather than a sales event. And because of that, following up with each of these hot leads is key, because they're going to have already gotten started. They're going to see how easy the system is. For following up with those leads is where the sales are going to come. All right, so we've got 4 types of SOS events that we're going to be rolling out, 1 per each week of the training. So the first one we've called the Forever Way. And basically, the Forever Way is what we're going to talk about today. But this is really like a Forever overview. We kind of been calling it the Forever overview, but I wanted to take the word overview out because I don't want it to feel like you're giving a sales pitch. Like, this is just the Forever Way, and you're helping people get a system in place, the Forever Way, to get their photos organized. So we're going to talk about that one today. The second one is going to be the educational presentation. And this one is going to be very similar to the Forever Way, except it's not branded Forever. It's going to be very basic. This is a presentation that you could give like in a library or somewhere where you're not able to sell and use a product name, but basically has a lot of the same information in it. It just has taken out the Forever brand and, again, some of the sales type slides. The SOS Printed Photos event is a new one that we're launching, and I'm really excited about this one. I actually have Deb Cabral, who's going to join me and give a physical photo organizing session to help you learn how to help people get all of their printed photos organized and prepared to send to Forever Media Conversion. We also are really excited because we're going to be teaching during this session how you can now order a media conversion box and ship in all of the attendees at your event, their items within one box. So we're excited to teach you that as well. So that's going to be a new event on organizing printed photos to send to Forever Media Conversion. And then the last event is SOS Digital Photos. So that is going to be the Deb Dharma Classroom event. So she has just worked so hard to show us exactly what she's doing out there and teaching these classroom events, and that's what we're going to do on session 4. So her classes are 2 sessions, but we're, of course, only going to train on it 1 time. But anyway, so there's the 4 SOS events that we're going to be training on. All right. So each event, no matter which one that they are, you should give a PowerPoint presentation, whether it's the Forever Way or it's the educational event, depending upon if you can brand it or you don't want it to be branded, depending upon your audience. So we want you to give the PowerPoint presentation. Each event should include you helping get people set up with a 2 gig Forever account and getting their mobile app set up. And then once, sometimes you may have people that come to your event that already have the 2 gig account. That's great. Get them to come because we're going to be engaging them. You're going to get them engaged. Even if they have a 2 gig account already, that's all right. help them see what it's like, help them get the mobile app set up, make the decision if they want to auto backup or manually upload. You're going to walk through that process with them at these events. And then once they've done that and they leave your event, we want you to point them to Forever Basics. So if you're not familiar with Forever Basics is our new Thursday night, 9 o'clock webinar where I'm on just talking about one point of forever. So it's a 30-minute webinar, and then the next 30 minutes is question and answer. And we've got all the recording, so it could start right at the beginning, and they could start with setting up your Forever account, uploading to Forever, talks about getting your mobile app set up, very specific topics. So they could leave your event with an account, with a mobile app, go to Forever Basics, and learn how to use the account. Now, recognize that I'm always going to be pointing them back to you as their #1 person to reach out to if they have questions. So you're going to stay very connected with them, even though they're attending the home office or my Forever Basics call. That's just a way to take some of the weight off your shoulders as far as teaching them how to use Forever, and you can come alongside of them when they have questions and when they want to do some more things in Forever, like maybe send in a media conversion box or print a photo book or something like that. All right, so your events can include, so that's what they should include, but they can include, you could do a save event, which we're going to talk about in week 3, which is the media conversion, where you're going to help them prepare items to send into Forever. You could do more of an organizing event, which is where they're going to work in their Forever account, and that's where Deb Darma is going to teach on the classroom session, week 4. But recognize that you also could do, if you're doing just the Forever Way workshop, the Forever Way presentation, and you're ending with setting up the mobile app and getting the 2 gig account started. Something that Melody Whitehead does is continues on and has them come back again right after that to a time where they can just work in their Forever account, and she kind of shows them their account. So you could do that too. You could come up with your own informal type of, maybe it's a workshop where you bring people back to your house or to wherever you're hosting the event, and it's not quite as formal as the classroom event where you're registering and people are paying, but maybe you're just bringing people together to work in your account. So you can do that. Like I said, these are very flexible, these SOS events. You're able to tailor it and fit it to what works best for you. So consider adding that to an event as well. And then the 3 is share, creating photo books. So I know many of you had photo book events. You can do that too. So, perhaps you start with the Forever Way event is #1, and then you say, well, come on back, we're going to do a creating photo books session, or we're going to do a working your Forever account session, or we're going to do media conversion. So anyways, you tailor it to how it works best for you. Talk to your upline leader. They will be a wealth of knowledge and information and be really helpful to figure out how best for you to host your event. But like I said, we are going to give you the framework and show you how to do the media conversion event week 3 and the classroom event week 4. Okay, so where are you going to host your events? So there are a variety of places to do that. I just put the list up here because I want you to start thinking through this. Get your juices flowing and think of places that you could host these events. There are a variety of places. It could be in someone's home. It could be as casual as that. It could be as casual as in your home or someone else's home. I don't want you to feel like these events have to be at a location where there's a registration and there's lots of marketing preparation. That's fantastic. That's good. We're going to talk about that. But you could do just a simple one at someone's house. You could do one at a community center. That's where Deb Darma has found a lot of success with hosting her classroom events. You could do an over 50 continuing ed classes. Start looking into that. There is the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute that Karen Sorge brought to our attention. Lori Curley's looked into this. Deb Darma has hosted some there, and Lisa Brandt has one scheduled as well. So I think that we found some good success with this Osher Lifelong Learning Institute. So maybe you guys should check it out. Those names I just mentioned, I know they're all scheduled to host events through them. And apparently these are over 50 classes that are offered around the United States, from what I understand. Community colleges, they also offer classes, and that might be a place that you could plug in. anywhere where there's an adult ed program. And then libraries, we found great success at libraries. I have a list of lots of people who have done these at libraries, but I know that Dee Dee Parker is finding great success in libraries right now, and she's found that once she gets into one library, suddenly they're connecting her to multiple libraries. So that is a place that you may want to look into as well. Now recognize that's going to be the educational presentation, because at libraries you cannot sell anything or have a name of a company that you're working for, but you can use the educational presentation, and then you can invite them after that to attend some of your classes, which would be more branded forever. Neighborhood HOA rooms, clubhouses, churches. There's a lot of people that have had good success at doing church events. I know Karen Fitting did a Rotary Club and found good success with that. Even just the local restaurant meeting rooms at Panera, local businesses. I remember last year Julia Tavis had one at a hair salon, which was really creative, but she had a great turnout, engaged people, excited about forever, and I just thought that was just such a fun and creative environment and atmosphere. You should have seen the pictures. They were ladies all sitting in the hair salon chairs talking about forever. It was awesome. So go find a local business where you can bring people together. Photography clubs. I know Melody Whitehead does Women's City Club and does that on a consistent basis. Elizabeth Shaw has done one at a fire department. So go and just find your own creative places where you can bring people together. Everyone has photo issues. We all know that. Everybody needs help with their photos. So I encourage you to think outside of the box like some of these other people have and find a place to host your event that works for you. Some expectations and considerations. First of all, I want you to be confident in who you are. You do not have to be an expert. You do not have to study hard and figure everything out. You just know your own system of forever, and people are going to want to hear what you do, and they're going to want to learn from you, and they're going to know that you have found a better way, and Forever offers that to you. So just be confident in your system and what you do, and don't feel like you have to educate yourself any more than you already are. Just continue using Forever and sharing with others what you do with Forever. Also, relax. Just be you and talk from your own experience. Don't want people to get nervous and feeling like you have to step out of your comfort zone to do these events. If that's the case, then start small in your house. Just relax. Just be you and just talk about Forever and what it's done for you and how you use it, because people are going to want to learn and see. And stepping out of your comfort zone is not bad, because I'm using the webcam, and I don't like the webcam, but I'm doing it, so stepping out of the comfort zone is a good thing, right? Okay, good. All right. Also, let's start thinking of helping versus selling, okay? So again, these events are action-oriented. You're coming alongside someone and coaching them, helping them, getting them started, and the sale is going to come after they've gotten started, not necessarily at the beginning. We're not presenting Forever and who wants to buy now, right? We are sharing and helping, and then once they get in the system, we're saying, okay, now in order to make your photos permanent, you need to purchase the account, and then that's usually when that sale will come in the follow-up. You'll learn in Deb Derma's class. I know class 1 is getting everyone started. Class 2 is, okay, now to make this permanent, you need to purchase the account. She's very forthright with that as well. So you can be too. So again, it's in the follow-up. Okay, so this is going to be a time where you're going to make new relationships, meet new people. Just be friendly, be you. You're going to get new leads to follow up with. Remember, that's where the fortune is in the follow-up of those new leads. Another piece of advice is always have another event plan to offer. So every time you're at an event, have something else that they can sign up for. Have something else they can put on their calendar and plan to come and get excited about. And we did say Forever following up is key. All right. So I mentioned that you could earn the Forever Educator certification after you complete a few things of few pieces of criteria. And I really want a lot of you to earn this certification. This is another badge that you could put on your signature. It's very pretty. It looks very similar to the Certified Ambassador badge, so you could have two. Once you receive your ambassador certification, you could also receive your educator certification. And an educator just means that you have been trained to educate, trained to host an event, trained to host any of these events. In the past, we have hosted educator events, and these events used to be, in 2016, 2017, really tailored and focused on educational events and getting out to libraries and things like that. But now that we're rolling out SOS events, Save, Organize, Share events that are sponsored by Forever, we are opening that up to all of these events. So it's not just educational, that's just a small piece of it. These are all the events that we've been talking about so far. But as far as just the ones that were educational, in 2016, our Forever Ambassadors hosted 63 events and had 315 attendees. So I think that's pretty awesome. I mean, those are 315 people from the public that the ambassador did not know. They were able to get these people to these events by marketing, advertising, word of mouth, working hard to get people there. So 315 is just a great number, especially when you're looking at the fact these were not friends of friends, these are people from the public. So it increased their pipeline of customers. And then 2017, Forever Ambassadors hosted 48 events and had 558 attendees. Again, same criteria. These are people from the public that the ambassador did not know. And that was one of the criteria as well. These had to be new people from the public. So I was really proud of all of our ambassadors who worked really hard to get the Forever Educator certification, host these events. It was a lot of work. It wasn't easy, but they really did a great job. You can see 500. I mean, look, we're almost up to 1,000 new Forever people who learned about Forever. So I think that was fantastic. So now we're kind of turning the corner here with our new SOS events, Save, Organize, and Share. We're going to change the criteria for the educator certification. And I hope that you will all set a goal to achieve this by Forever Live, because we're going to do stand-up recognition during general session for everyone who's participated in the summer school and met all the requirements to receive the certified educator, the Forever Educator certification. So if you don't make it by Forever Live, that's okay. Keep working on it. Keep working through it. I'll have a process in place, so I will award that to you each month. I'll do it at the same time that I'm doing the certification for ambassador certification. So you can continue working towards this. But let's talk for just a minute what this is going to include. Okay. So you need to attend all 4 summer school sessions. It's okay if you attend them via recording. You need to plan and host 2 successful SOS events. They can be whatever SOS events that you want. They can be in your house. They could be totally like casual like that, low-key at a coffee shop, or they could be setting up at a community center and charging a fee and having a big classroom event. So just 2. It doesn't matter which one they are. It's based on your style, your personality, your gifts, your talents. I want you to get people engaged with Forever. That's the goal, by having at least 5 total non-paying clients in attendance, okay? So if you have 2 events, I want to make this really achievable for you. If you have 2 events, I just want 5 total new people, okay? So it can even be in 2 events. Hopefully there'll be more, but it's okay if not. But these are non-paying clients. So again, these could be people that you've had in your pipeline for a while who have 2 gig accounts but haven't done anything with them yet. Get them there. This is the kind of person that you want to get there. So that's why I said non-paying clients. They could already have 2 gig accounts, but technically they're new because they're not paying. And all you need to do is give that PowerPoint presentation at your event and get them started using the Forever 2 gig account. I kind of gave those criteria a little bit ago. All right, so let's hear it for the Forever Educator certification. Woo! All right, I hope you guys will jump in on that, especially those of you who are just finishing up the Pilot Success Plan. This is a great next step for your business. All right, let's talk about the fun stuff. Let's talk about what, okay, I'm doing good on time. Let's talk about the new resources, because they're so fun. I've had a blast working with Mandy and Megan on creating these. So we've got logos for you. The things you see in blue are things that I'm going to post on the training site today, so you'll have those to use. And then the gray, things in gray, are upcoming through the rest of the training. So we've got a logo for you as a JPEG and a PNG. A JPEG has a A white background and a ping does not have a background, so you can place it on something, but remember, it needs to be placed on a white background. Okay, also I've got SOS invitation for you. So this is an invitation that you can type in whatever you want it to say, but we've got one that's forever branded and one that's educational, so not forever branded. So you could use these to hang a sign somewhere, you could use these to print, you could save it out as a JPEG and post it in your Facebook group or on Facebook, whatever you want to use for your advertising to get people to come to these events. All right, we have an SOS attendance sheet, so when people come in, they can register so you know who came, who's there. We've got a cute notes sheet. This is just a sheet of paper that is branded SOS for people to take notes on during your class. We've got an SOS intake form, and this is something that we took from Deb Durma and her classroom that she does. We'll wait and release that when she does her training. Oh, this one I'm really excited about. This is the SOS sorting system instruction card, and there was a group of people that helped me with this, come up with this, but it's so exciting. It is going to help people to sort through all the photos that land in the library, determining what to do with them, what to delete, what to keep, what to tag, what to put in albums, and there's been a nice group of people that worked really hard on this, and it's exciting to finally launch it, but you have to wait. It's coming. I think we're going to launch that. Well, we'll launch that one coming up soon in another training. And then I'm going to put up the Forever Way PowerPoint presentation that we're going to go over today. I'm also going to just do an example recording of it. So those of you who've been around a long time are just going to take the presentation and be fine with it. But people who are new may like to hear someone giving that presentation. So I'll do that this week. I'll just give the very basic presentation, how I would use the slides, what I would say for each slide. And then you can begin listening to that and using your own language and figuring out what works best for you. And then we're also going to put out the educational PowerPoint presentation, which is basically the Forever Way, except it takes out a lot of the Forever sales type things. And instead, it's just more general and a little more educational. So we're going to have that on next week at the next training. So you'll learn about that as well. And then we'll also do a recording for that too. All right, so this is what the invitation looks like. Isn't it cute? I love it. I love that it has the logo up top. It has the wonderful image at the bottom that people can relate to. And you can see that the body in the center, you can edit. So I'll have a file there that you're able to edit in Word and write anything that you want in there. Your event may be more focused on safeguarding memories, or your event may be more focused on bringing people together to learn how to get their memories saved. So you don't have to keep anything here. You can change out all of the text to make something that works good for you and for your event. All right. Next is the notes. Isn't it so pretty, the notes paper? So each person that comes in would get this paper where they could take notes from your presentation. And then, of course, the attendance sheet. There's 2 pages of that. So you have 1 through 10 on one sheet and then 11 through 20 on the next sheet. So we'll put that up for you today. All right. So I want to go over with you the PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to do that next. Again, I'm not going to give it. I'm just going to walk through it with you. And before I do that, I want to go ahead and give you your homework so you can begin thinking about these things. So you might want to jot this down, take some notes here. First of all, I asked Deb Durma to write a blog post for us. She has such a great Forever story, and not only does she have a great story, but she's taken such great action from her story, being that she had her own photo problems herself. She loves scrapbooking in the past and telling her stories, her photo stories. She loves having her things private. She doesn't really like to share it out there, and she's a teacher. So Forever has just been a really great home for her and all of her memories, and now she's really done such a good job taking that to help others and teaching others how they can do it too. So she put together 10 things to look for when you are choosing a place to keep your memories. And she did that from much research that she's done. She spent a lot of time researching and learning and talking to people, watching webinars. A lot of her research came back with These are the 10 things you're looking for when you are looking for a place to store your photos. So I've asked her to include those 10 things in her blog post so that you could read her forever story and read the 10 things that she uses that as a handout, actually. She hands it out in her class and tells people, these are the 10 things to look for. And the best thing that I found is forever. And if you find anything better, let me know. But this is what I use is forever. So that's kind of the perspective that she takes, and you'll read about that when her blog post comes out on Friday. But she'll also talk about that when she does her training at the end of the month. But I wanted to provide that for you as a blog post so you can see those 10 things. Maybe you come up with your own forever story. You write your forever story out, and maybe you include those 10 things. Maybe you include that you attended a training from Deb Derma, who has great experience in organizing photos and helping others, and then you could quote those 10 things that she looks for and that she helps her clients to look for. And that way, you may want to consider including that in your presentation as well, because your story is so important. You'll start every presentation with a little bit about yourself and why you're there and what your story is. So I want you to read Deb's story when it comes out on Friday. I want you to begin writing your own forever story, and then begin thinking about goals and objectives for your event. This is important when you determine what kind of event you're going to have. So start thinking about what your goals are and what your objectives are for your event. Begin researching possible locations. You can do that now. You can, already begin thinking about, what does my July look like? What do I want to do before Forever Live? Where am I going to host some events? So begin looking at some dates and get those scheduled. Keep in mind that the classroom events take much longer, maybe 6 weeks to 2 months to get set up and planned, but you certainly could do other type of events before that. I want you to watch the recording of the Forever Way presentation that I'll do sometime this week, and I'll post that. And then begin practicing giving that Forever Way presentation, okay? And also, be sure to connect with your upline leader and let them know that you're doing this and any help that they may provide for you. All right, so let's go look at the presentation. This is called the Forever Way. And again, I'm not going to give it right now. I'm just going to flip through it and show it to you. So this is the front cover. You would put your name here. And then this is where you would put a picture of yourself, put your name down here, and then put some facts about you here. This is where your forever story comes in. So a little information about you and some bullet points about your forever story. So when you're introducing yourself to the group, you could definitely hit on some of the reasons why you do what you do, and that's based upon your forever story. And then this is just a question sheet. You're asking like a little interaction in the beginning. So what brought you to this class? And there are some questions here that you can ask the audience. Has anybody here ever lost precious memories in a fire or a flood? Can I see a show of hands? Has anybody ever had an external hard drive crash? How about this one? Do you ever have to delete photos on your phone in order to take more? So you could just ask some questions like that, and you could change up some questions. You could type in here a different couple of questions if you like. Now, I will say, as we're going through these slides, we branded these forever, so we really want to be careful about what you edit and what you change. So I'm just going to mention the places where you could do some edits, but we really don't want you to alter other things in any other way. So you certainly can add a question here or subtract a question, and of course, edit the slide that we just showed. These are just some great quotes to get the class started. Did you know every 2 minutes today we snap as many photos as the whole of humanity took in the 1800s? Every 2 minutes. I mean, think about that. We're living in an interesting time. So how many photos did we take in 2017? 7.5 trillion. Wow. So this is when we look back and say we've always been a people looking to save and share memories with future generations. And we all have important stories and videos, letters, journals, documents that we want to share with others. And then this just came from one of the Forever blog posts, but talking about how photos are taken these days. The majority of them are taken on mobile phones and through apps and tablets. Small amount with cameras. So So this is just to get them thinking about photography then and now. So, you know, we used to take a roll of 24, right? So now we take, every time we used to take 24, now we take about 500. How many do we develop? We used to develop 24, now we develop 0. And pictures you look at, well, we used to look at every 24. Now, I don't know, how many pictures do we go back to look at? This is just to make people think. They're taking so many pictures, what are they doing with them? Did you know that 40% of photos are just left on devices in a box or on auto backup? And many of our important family stories are lost in temporary and hard-to-view digital photo hubs. You can ask people, does your photo collection look like this? So then we jump right into, let's talk about how we can get these photos back into our lives so they can be enjoyed, celebrated, and shared with family today and for generations to come. So where do your important family stories live? In a drawer, in a closet? When was the last time you looked at them? So that's the printed photos. And now we're going to say, well, now what about the current photos? Where do they live? On a mobile device, flash drive, computer? How do you keep them organized? If anybody answers Facebook or Instagram or temporary cloud storage, those are not good answers because they're not getting saved there. And then just talking about how disaster strikes by fires, floods, even deterioration, disorganization, in a variety of physical ways. And there's also many losses digitally, whether the hard drive crashes, the computer crashes, or even people pass away without a long-term preservation plan. Things are lost. Digital memories can be really hard to manage, and that's one of the biggest challenges is trying to keep everything together in one place. It can be really time-consuming, overwhelming, and many things are lost just due to disk or device damage or simple unorganization. But with these digital storage options, you're just an accident away from losing precious memories. So we all need a solution, and that's what we're going to start talking about forever. This just kind of asks, would you have peace of mind if you had everything together, organized, accessible from any device? Hello? Okay. Can you guys hear me now? Can I get somebody to type a question and let me know if you can hear me now? Oh, yay. Okay. Yay. Thank you for the responses. Okay. We're back on. Now, where did you all lose sound? Can someone tell me where you lost sound? I lost you somewhere in the presentation. Okay. That doesn't help. Can hear you on the phone. Okay. Can you just tell me where I should go back to? Anyone? Back when she started the slide of other cloud offers. Okay, thank you. All right. You guys are awesome. Thank you for that text, Lori Curley. All right, and everybody else who messaged me there. All right, so let's go back. I'm just going to go through this quickly. Wow, you lost me a while ago. Okay, so this is just what I was saying here is you guys know this is where people are probably storing their photos right now because they've not had a better way. And Forever offers the better way. So go through these with them. They're going to ask questions. You know, they're going to say, I store my things with Shutterfly. Why is that bad? And you know, as a Forever ambassador, why? I'm not going to spend time on telling you why now. But if you're not sure, then go through the Certified Ambassador Program because you'll learn all of those things about the competitive sites. Okay, and then we have just the terms of service for iCloud, Google Drive, and SmugMug. I've been asked to do one for Shutterfly, so I'll do that soon at some point. Maybe not soon, but we'll get one for Shutterfly. Okay, then we go into Forever. Talk about how Forever is different. It's providing with a permanent digital home that will last for generations, and it's like insurance for your photos. And then we go into Forever being the solution. We talk about the guarantee fund, privacy and security, easily accessibility, and great sharing options. And then we've got the excerpt from our terms of service. And then with Forever, we just want to really reinforce to them, you know, they just heard all of these things about Forever. What does it mean for them? Like, first it means that they can auto-sync the photos on their mobile devices. Wow. They can organize all their content so it's easy to find and share. They can have their outdated media converted at media conversion services, and they can create and print photo books right from their Forever album or from their Forever account. So that's what it means to them. And then you just want to kind of turn it back to them and say, so what prompted you to take this class? Why are you here? Why did you raise your hand and sign up for this class? Or why did you come to this event in my home? Whatever your event is looking like. And based upon all the things that I've shared with you today, what are your photo goals? What do you want to do with this? Jot down some goals that you have for yourself and for your family. And just give them a few minutes to think about that and to write down those goals, and let this be a time that they really soak in and think about all the things that you said and what they need to do to move forward. And then you can say to them, I'm going to go over 3 goals of mine and 3 goals that I have when I come alongside people and help them get their photos organized and preserved. These are the 3 things that we do. We group it up in 3 different goals. One is save. So we help them come together, bring all their computer cards, USB drives, external hard drives, all together in one spot. We help them back up and auto-sync from their mobile device and from Facebook. So we don't want to lose those photos either. Those come in. And then I help them scan and convert outdated media to digital formats with Forever services. So goal 1 is bringing everything together and saving it. Goal 2, and obviously saving it means uploading it into Forever. Goal 2 is organizing it, organizing all those memories, telling the stories behind the photos, assigning tags, creating albums, doing the do, getting into the Forever account and getting it organized, and building the family legacy. And number 3 is sharing. That is just sharing photos, tags, and albums with one click with family members, sharing with future family generations, and also creating photo books to relive and enjoy those memories. So this is where you can say to them, this is a hands-on session. As you know, I asked you to bring your laptop, your mobile device. I want to get you all started with a 2 gig account so we can begin doing this. We're going to get your mobile device set up, and we're going to help you get started. So you're going to have Forever gives free 2 gigs of space. So with that, you're able to access your photos from anywhere, use the app, use the mobile device, use the app and use the website. And also you can print photo books. But just know that until you make a purchase and you purchase that 10 gigs of space with a Forever storage account, you're not going to have preservation settings, file format migration, or the guarantee for generations until you make that purchase. So just let them know we'll start with the 2 gigs, but we'll talk later about going to the 10 gigs so we can be sure to make this permanent. All right, so then we walk through the process of setting up a 2 gig intro account. So the best way for an ambassador to do this, so I'll say it clearly, is for you to use your new share link, the new link where you share forever with someone else. And it's called Refer a Friend. It's in the right-hand side of your Forever Account panel. And when you send that link to everyone who's at your event, they click on that link, put in the email address, put in the password, then that's setting up their free 2 gig account. Then they need to go check their email to confirm their account. Once their account is confirmed, then you know that they're set and you are already associated to them as their ambassador. So the other thing I just want to say is, as far as this process goes, okay, so as far as this process goes, you'll have this up on your screen. You'll take your list of attendees and plug in the email addresses and refer a friend if they don't already have a 2 gig account, so that they'll get that email. So you're going to have to take a little bit of time here to do that as they're thinking through their photo goals. And talk to your upline leader if you have questions about that. They can help you think through that. But if this slide is up on the screen and people move through that really quickly, the number 4 says click profile to set up your personal profile. That'll give them something to do while you're helping others get their 2 gig account set up. And then you'll talk for a moment about your Forever account. You can kind of show them around a little bit what is included in a Forever account, talk about each of the pages, just very briefly. You can use my photo here, or you can put your own photo on of your own Forever account. It's really great to be personal and keep it personal. So if I were you, I would try to do that, to put on your own screenshot of your own Forever account. Okay, and then you're going to teach them how to sync the mobile device. You're going to follow each step at your own pace, and each of these slides is going to tell them exactly what to do to set up their app, and you can walk through step by step. Okay, so you talk about backup, you're going to talk about the auto sync, and then talk about cellular data, and then just show them what that looks like on their screen. And then the next thing is, once you get the 2 gig account set up, you get the mobile app set up, spend a little bit of time talking about that, we want you to point them back to Forever Basics. We would love it if you would have these people come and join me Thursday nights at 9 o'clock for 30 minutes to learn Forever Basics. I'll show them where they can go to get all the recordings so they can come in and learn how to set up their accounts, learn how to upload, learn how to create an album, give them back over to let me help them get going in Forever, and then I'll push them back to you as their person to reach out to ask questions as they're going along the way. Our purpose for this is to help take the burden off you of having to sit down with all your people and help them use the account. We want you to spend time getting people and helping them with specific questions, but I want to give you these as a way to help your clients get engaged and get going and start using Forever. And the end of the presentation is, oh, and by the way, in order to get them linked into Forever Basics, you're going to have to let them know that you're going to send them an email as a follow-up. You're going to include the registration link for Forever Basics for them to sign up and get started, and also let them know what upcoming classes you have. So I love this. This is great. A great closing is just sharing this cartoon that says, "My daddy doesn't put pictures in albums anymore. Now he hides them in his computer." So the idea is to say to the people at your group, hey, let's not get stuck here hiding things in our computer. Let Forever help you get them safe, preserved, able to see, share, and enjoy. And my upcoming hands-on classroom sessions are as follows. So you may do classroom sessions, you may have other types of events, but having a slide here with your next events coming up is a great idea because they have something to put on their calendar and to get started with. All right, so hey, it's 101. We did good. We got it all done. Thank you for joining me at summer school today. I hope you can go home and get off popsicle or something fun because school is out. Session over. Yes, there is homework, and I'll see you back next Monday at noon Eastern. Thanks so much for joining us. Bye. Am I still there?
Okay, I don't know how to turn it off. End webinar.